Alright, what is going on, everybody? This is Sora Life Story here, bringing you guys another brand new video. And I have been wanting to do this for a long time. I've been wanting to do this for a long ass time, and I now just really want to do it now because it's been too much shit now. Too much shit now. It's ran me over, and I'm finally gonna do this. So first I'm gonna start off with a disclaimer. One, this video is gonna be pretty damn long. So if you don't have a long enough tolerance to hear my ass talk, I guess you can probably just either go ahead and give a like or a dislike and drop a comment. And second, for whoever sees this video, whoever comes by this video, no matter when you come through it, this video may indeed piss you off. And say what you gotta say in the comments. But I just want to let you know, this video may piss you off. So what is this video? What am I talking about today? Today I am talking about the gamers. Myself, you, and everyone else. And our bias. And you're wondering, well, Sora, in human being nature, everyone is biased. Yes, everyone has their bias against something. The thing about being biased, is there's a certain point of biasness that you can have. I know that is not a fucking word. There's a certain point of biasness that you can have in you gamers or fantards, whatever. You need to get this shit straightened, because I am telling you now, I am not doing this shit next gen. You guys are already pissing me off. It's 1 month away. We are 1 month away for the next two next gen consoles. 1 month away. 1 month away. And all the way up here, since the announce of these consoles, all the way up to the release, and even with the current gen, bullshit from people and gamers. First off, losing sight of what's most fucking important. And like I said, we're all biased. I, for one, love some good ass visuals. Okay? I love visuals. Graphics get better. We all love better graphics. What are we talking about? What am I talking? We all love better graphics. All gamers are graphics whores. That you can't lie about that. You can say you're not a graphics whore just because we go back and play older games from like the retro era doesn't mean we're not graphic whores. We all love graphics, but there's that certain point. There's that certain point of graphics that we like. You know, it's like everything nowadays tries to be photorealistic, right? And people hype that shit up. That is the shit that gets hyped up. Because people think only that art style of photorealistic graphics shows power. And that is where I call bullshit. I am not damage controlling any company here. I'm gonna go across all of the three big gaming console companies right now, and I'm gonna say shit about all of them. I'm not damage controlling any of them. But what I am doing is coming to a small defense. I'm not damage controlling, but I'm coming to a small defense. So first I'm gonna come off with Nintendo. Kicking off the 8th generation, this new generation, this next gen, the Wii U. When the Wii U first came out, gamers were excited. I am. Gamers were excited. They were like, we're getting a brand new fucking console, better graphics than PS3 and 360, better hardware, do this, that, and the other. The Nintendo fanboys were fucking hyped because they were getting their first HD console. Everyone was so happy because Nintendo was making their first jump into HD. Then they had that tablet controller, which actually no one complained about when it first came out. The only complaint that they had was seeing from video footage that it looked probably uncomfortable and it was a different controller. But once they actually held it, they had nothing else to say. So now, it's been almost about a year since the Wii U is about to be out. Next month will mark the first year anniversary of the Wii U. And the Wii U has been bashed since launch up till now. First, let's get with the games. People forget. They forget. The Wii U had a very big launch lineup. Batman Arkham City Armored Edition. They had a lot of support from Japanese companies. They got Warriors of Orochi 3 Hyper Edition. They got Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. Yes, it actually came out on the Wii U first. Timed exclusive on Wii U. They what else do they have? Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, which is still selling. Actually, yes, which is still selling. Mass Effect 3 Wii U. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Just a couple to name off the head. Super Mario Bros. U. The pack-in game Nintendo Land. Just to name a few that came out at launch. That is a pretty decent launch lineup. Speaking that, half of these games, yes, were also available on current gen, but took the end of their lifespans to be able to get hit on current gen. People seem to forget that. So, Wii U's hardware gets bashed because on paper, the numbers is weak. And the numbers compared to the other two next gen consoles that are coming out from Sony and Microsoft, this is some shit that is just out on the market right now. 2 gigabytes RAM, one is used up by the operating system, a tri-core processor at 1.24 gigahertz, this other shit. But the Wii people, they call the Wii U weak. And before I get more back onto the Wii U, so people complain about games being on current gen, cross-platform, cross-gen, right? I can't even put the amount of comments on this video of the biasness, because I can tell you that is not a problem. Cross-gen games are not a fucking problem. They are not. They're not. Cross-gen games have nothing to do with that. Cross-gen games, because you know what? People ask for games that are only coming out on current gen to come out next gen. People want The Last of Us to be on the PS4 for better graphics, for better fucking visuals. A game being cross-gen ain't shit. People want the fucking last on the PS4. Okay? There are many other games that are coming out exclusive to PS3 that people also want on the PS4. People are wondering why the PS3 still getting all these Japanese game exclusives and all this other shit. Why can't they also make it for PS4? Like, people were just like, fuck current gen, put it on the PS4 as well. What? Seriously, people? Yet you can complain about the Wii U having games from current gen? Do you see people complain about COD Ghost being cross-gen? Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is on the Wii U. It's next-gen console. Do you see people complaining about Battlefield 4? No. People are fucking going balls crazy because the PS4 version is 900p, while the Xbox One version is 720p. When there is barely a fucking difference between 720p and 900p. Yes, these are native resolutions too. And at these native resolutions, the difference between 720p and the 900p on the PS4 and Xbox One are so fucking minuscule. It's no fucking point whatsoever. What is this comparison for, people? You know, I'm even gonna throw PC gamers into this, because you know what? People talk shit about PC gamers too. When a PC gamer comes around saying, "Oh, my GTX 770 makes the next gen consoles look like current gen. My CPUs and all this shit makes the freaking next gen look like current gen." And you wanna know what these console gamers say? What these people say? Their only argument is, get the fuck on, you PC elitist. Because people know their specs. Because people actually know, instead of having to be told and just hype up the shit. Because people know specs. They've done the shit. They built the shit. You can only call them something. When most of these PC gamers are buying the same exact shit you're gonna buy, they're just trolling you. They're trolling you because they know you guys are fantards, and you guys are fucking dick riders to these companies that hype you up for no reason. That's all that is. You get mad because someone knows what the fuck they're talking about, and all you can say is a fucking PC elitist. You spend your $1,000 on a PC. These niggas build these shits. They pay for this shit to get built. That shit don't cost a lot of money. I'm building my own rig that only slightly costs more than an Xbox One, and it outperforms the Xbox One and PS4 for about $550 to $600. I can get a system that can outperform the PS4 and Xbox One. Half that seat. But anyways, back to what I was saying about the Wii U. I'm not gonna lie. Nintendo ain't got them games out. Nintendo, y'all fucking people over. Y'all ain't got them motherfucking games out. That is literally you guys' only problem. Cause you guys can advertise the system. You guys fucked up with the advertising at the beginning, but you guys can obviously advertise the system. The Nintendo Directs. These Nintendo Directs you guys make every month, every other month. You guys know how to advertise the system. You guys know how to advertise the games. So that's really the only problem. And you gotta push out incentives to make people buy this thing. You got to show people just how much fucking value the Wii U is. Show people why the Wii U is the most inventive shit for next gen. Show them. Now, I'm gonna do these next two together. The bias for the bias gamers and all this shit. Sony and Microsoft, oh god, the gods of next gen. You know, they got these amazingly powerful consoles. You know, all this shit. And when people talk about these consoles, running games at 900p and 720p and 900p at 60 frames per second at launch, you guys would go and defend them like, oh, they're not even out yet. The Wii U's been out a year. Of course it can do 1080p 60 frames per second. Oh, the Wii U, all its games are cartoony, so of course you can motherfucking do 1080p 60 frames per second because cartoon art styles, you can't do all that. Guys, on the Xbox One, we got motherfucking Crytek. It doesn't matter if it's a port of a 360 game, original 360 Connect game. This is Crytek. They know how to push power. These niggas know graphics. These niggas know these photorealistic graphics. Okay? If a console could easily do 1080p 60 frames per second, they would be on that shit. Okay? So why is it that the Xbox One, PS4 already struggling with games? Why does Battlefield 4 have to be 720p on the Xbox One and 900p on the PS4? Why does it have to be upscaled to 1080p? Why can't it do 1080p 60 frames per second easily? Because with the way this hardware was touted, it should be able to do it pretty fucking damn fine. And before you guys bring up that argument again about, oh, these consoles haven't been out on the market, aren't out on the market yet, haven't been out a year like the Wii U, or a couple months like the Wii U. Guys, these consoles are legitimately straight up PCs. They've said it to your face. Times 86 architecture. The console is straight PC architecture. It's not like the Wii U that uses a custom gaming platform PC architecture. These are straight PC architectures, like the PC gaming rigs that people make, like developers develop games with. That is what this is. That is what these consoles are. That is what the PS4 and Xbox One are. That is exactly what they are. Developers know the consoles. And when you look at developers like Ubisoft that just delayed Watch Dogs, developers are showing that they're at least trying. Some of them, not all of them, some of them, that they are trying with these consoles. If they weren't trying with the consoles, I'm pretty sure all these fucking games would be 1080p 60 frames per second. You wanna know why? Because they weren't trying with these consoles. Why would Ubisoft be trying to go for a steady 30 frames per second on these next gen consoles? Well, I think it's really on all consoles, even though they only said PS4 and Xbox One, because I can really see it going for that on all consoles just to get all the consoles to have an immense amount of detail. But tell me, why is it that they are trying to go for a steady 30 frames per second? Steady 30 frames per second. People like to say, oh well, 30 frames per second isn't all that bad, and it's not. I play a lot of RPGs. 30 frames per second is not bad. But the difference between 30 and 60 frames per second is really great. If you play a game in 60 frames per second, sometimes you don't want to go back. People make such a big deal about 60 frames per second because it's smooth. It's smooth. It's good on the human eye. It's good on the human eye. That smooth 60 frames per second. Then when you have those beautiful visuals, there's nothing wrong with 30 frames per second. That's been the standard in gaming for a long ass time. But there is a difference. 60 frames per second makes all the difference. And another thing, Sony and Microsoft, PS4 and Xbox One, you fantards, you gamers, you people, you guys talk about the PC elitists. I'm no PC elitist. I don't even have a gaming rig. I have a shitty Acer laptop from 2000. I don't know. It's boo-boo. Okay? It's boo-boo. It's trash. This thing doesn't even want to cut on. I installed Windows 7 on it, and I have to cut off all of the arrow effects. It looks like Windows XP. Windows 98. Windows 98. It looks like Windows 98. That is how it looks. That's the only way it can work efficiently for me. So you think about that. Before you call me a PC elitist like I'm taking it for PC gamers. No, I'm not. I'm just saying. You guys like to talk about them, saying how they talk about 60 frames per second, 1080p resolutions on that. And another thing, HD, 1080p, that shit ain't nothing new. If a console can't pull that off natively on a game, there is something wrong. I'm not defending Wii U either, because I know some of the Wii U games are 720p. But at least Wii U is doing native 720p and not trying to upscale. Most of these games are being upscaled by the TV on the PS3 and 360. Not even the consoles aren't upscaling them. Your TV is upscaling it to 1080p because you set the console to 1080p. Your TVs have upscalers too. It's not just the console. But yes. Yeah, because I know all the Wii U games aren't going to be 1080p 60 frames per second. Shoot, even 720p though. I'm just saying. And this is mainly going towards the PS4 and Xbox One, because most of the Nintendo people have not made a gigantic ass deal about the 1080p per second. But the Sony drones and the microtards and the dick riders have made such a big deal about it. That is why I'm on you fucking guys right now. That's why I'm on you fucking guys when you come at PC gamers that also buy the consoles that you buy. And you talk shit to them. Want to say PC elitists because they know what the fuck they're talking about. That's why I'm coming at you guys. Because you guys want to talk about 1080p 60 frames per second. We're getting 900p games, guys. We're still getting 720p like the Wii U. You guys want to talk resolutions? You want to say the PC elitists talk resolutions? You guys do the same fucking thing. The same exact thing. You talk so much shit. You say, oh, graphics doesn't matter. And you turn around. You turn your ass around and do the same exact shit. What the fuck is that, people? How do you turn around and do the same exact shit that you claim people are doing? You talk about resolutions. You talk about frames per second. You talk about detailed visuals, ultra settings. You guys do the same exact shit on your motherfucking consoles, just doing shit at medium settings just to get 1080p 60 frames per second. And like I said, I'm no saint. I'm biased too, a little bit. But I'm regular headed. I'm level headed. And you guys may think, oh, you know what? You're just a fucking a bitch. You don't like any company or any. I love Sony to death. I love Nintendo to death. I like Microsoft. Get the shit straight. Everybody that talks shit about Microsoft, you like Microsoft. You know you do. Cause what computer are you using? I know damn well you ain't using no Mac. I know damn well you ain't using no Mac. You wanna know how I know damn well you ain't using no Mac? Because you have more dignity than that. You have more dignity in that. Microsoft's consoles may be locked to shit. Their tablets may be locked to shit. But the Windows platform is a free run. You can say you hate Windows 8, but you're still going to use that shit, don't you? You hate Windows 8, yet you still going to use that shit, don't you? Don't you? Be real with yourself. There are some good softwares. It's all dependent on the people that make the hardware computer. Sony works with Microsoft. Sony works with Microsoft. Sony makes computers for Microsoft. Did you people know that? Did you know that everything works in contingent with each other? Sony created Blu-ray. The Xbox One has Blu-ray. How did the Xbox One get Blu-ray? Microsoft had to pay Sony. Sony makes computers. Some pretty damn good computers. With Windows on them. How does these computers get Windows on them? Oh, they have to license it from Microsoft. They have to pay. They all work in contingent with each other. So it doesn't matter how much you adore a company. It gets help from another company either fucking way. Sony Vaio computers are still made. They are. Don't believe me? Head your ass over to Sony's site right now. You'll see Sony Vaio computers. I know I talk a lot. But yes, that was just what I had to say about that. So, I'm not going to waste any more of you guys' time, because I would figure by now that you guys get what I'm saying. Of course, unless you're just that blinded that you would literally try to go against everything that I've said and try to mix all my words up like I was defending a company, like I was defending a group, because this is exposing all of us. This is exposing myself. This is exposing like the gamers. This is exposing everybody. And you wanna know the sad thing about it? I'm sorry. But you wanna know the sad thing about it? All this shit did not start to this current gen. Really, even the console wars didn't even matter shit until this past current gen. You know that, right? Until the Wii, 360, and PS3, this console war shit was nothing. Back in the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox days, everybody played their consoles and everybody was fine. Your friend had a PS2, he was like, oh, I got this PS2, I got Kingdom Hearts and shit on there. What do you got? I got the GameCube, you know, I got my Luigi's Mansion, I got my, what's it called? No, it's Dark something. Yeah. Everyone, they got the GameCube. You might motivate a friend to buy something, but you don't have, you never said like, oh, you got a GameCube? Well, that's pretty cool. Everyone was cool with what they had. One friend had an Xbox, one friend had a PS2. You know, back in those days, and you can probably blame it on the economy because people had just more bucks to spend. But it was also because they didn't have people raging at them, telling them to get this console or that console because this console is better than that console because of this particular reason. And it's always gonna be like that. But you didn't have people raging at you, telling you not to get something that may have caught your eye, because no one can make you choose anything. For all you people that jumped on the PS4 bandwagon from the Xbox because of all of Microsoft's dumb shit, if you jumped on that bandwagon on your own terms because you saw that the PS4 was a better value and that you may have actually wanted a PS4, I commemorate you. But for all you people that just jumped on the bandwagon because all those people that were like, fuck Xbox, I'm gonna get a PS4 because it's obviously the better value here, and you just jumped on the bandwagon because you're a fucking bandwagoner and you can't make up your fucking mind, then I have nothing else to say. Cause that doesn't mean you truly like the PS4. You don't truly like the PS4. Cause if you truly like the PS4, this past current gen with the Xbox 360, you wouldn't have been complaining about the PS3 controller. Cause people complain about the PS3 controller about how their thumbs wore, when all the PS4 controller is a fatter version of the PS3 controller. The thumbsticks are still in the same area. But yeah, for all you people, I'm just saying, we're all biased in this. We're all biased in this entire, just, I don't know. Next month, I shall see. I'm gonna give this video a month. I don't know how many people will watch it. Probably because my YouTube is ass. But this is just a little rant I felt I had to do, because I had to let out my word. And you may not watch the whole, I don't know, 35 minutes of this, 40 minutes of this. That is all I had to say. Well, hope everyone has a good night. This is Story Life Story checking out. I'll see you guys later. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like, drop a dislike, because I know you're gonna do it. Drop a like, drop a dislike, and drop a comment too. Say what you gotta say. Say what you gotta say. Okay? And subscribe if you want. But anyways, this is Story Life Story checking out. I'll see you guys later. Peace. That's all I had to say about this conversation. That let off a lot of weight off my shoulders. And a good night.